Hello! Today we'll be talking about vectors. Vectors are used in programming and physics as a way of representing velocity, momentum, acceleration, and force. Velocity is the speed at which something moves and the direction in which it moves. Vectors are perfect for velocity because vectors have a length and a direction. Vectors are basically just arrows pointing from one point to another. They have a tail, which is this point, and a head, which is this point. By the way, the coordinates of a point tell you where the point is located on a grid. To find the coordinates of a point, first find the point on a grid, then figure out this distance, called the horizontal distance, and this distance, called the vertical distance, and then put the lengths of those distances like so. X distance length, Y distance length. When describing vectors, we usually put their tails at the origin, or this point right here. To represent a vector, we put its tail at the origin, and then we describe it using the point that the head of the vector is on. So, if we had a vector pointing from this point here to this point here, and then we moved it to the origin, like this, then the vector could be described by the point that the head of the vector landed on. In this case, 4, 2. Remember how to calculate the coordinates of a point? To add two vectors together, you add their x parts, and the result is the x value of the resulting vector. And then you add their y parts, and the result is the y value of the resulting vector. So, to add 3, 5, and 6, 2, you would add 3 and 6, and that would be the x part of the resulting vector. And then you would add 5 and 2, and that would be the y part of the resulting vector. Subtracting vectors is almost the same, but you subtract their x and y parts instead of adding them.